What is going on, good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez, back with another Prizepicks video for you. Today is Sunday, May 7th, 2023. Man, I love Sundays. My favorite day of the week, Sunday, by far. Can't tell you why. I just vibe really well with Sundays, especially Sunday mornings. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. In traditional format, we're going to kick things off with a recap over yesterday's nightmarish day. Just what are you gonna do, right? And then we're just gonna jump right into the Prizepicks board because I got 3 player props that I want to share with you today. So if you like the way that sounds, stick around, drop a like, drop a sub, and click that notification icon to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and my channel. And without further delay, let us jump into those plays from yesterday. All right, listen, 1 and 3 on the day. We're gonna quickly go through this. No excuses being made. The props I picked, I still like them. The results weren't where we wanted them to be. So let's talk about Josh Hart starting off. Went over his 11.5 rebounds and assists. That was a great prop. He was brilliant yesterday with like the lone bright spot for the New York Knicks. And an otherwise murky game. We had the over on Jimmy Butler's 39.5 PRA. Man, that blowout, man, I mean, I don't know if you want to consider that a blowout, but the game was pretty much out of hand by the end of the third quarter, and Spoelstra just didn't want to take any chances with Jimmy Butler being on the court. And so his minutes in the fourth quarter really got suppressed. His production overall was pretty good, but we needed him to get 40 PRA. He got us 35, so he fell just short. I believe if he got his full run in the fourth quarter, we would have seen that prop hit, and that's kind of what I was banking on, him getting his full run to get that prop. Then we had D'Angelo Russell and Jared Vanderbilt in the Lakers Golden State game. Man, both of them came up short. D'Angelo Russell was too busy knocking down threes, and Vanderbilt just missed it. Just missed it by 1 rebound. And so again, you look at these blowouts, you look at these games when they get lopsided like that. The coaches don't want to take any chances with some of their starters, and they pull them and they give extra runs to the second unit guys. And so there's really nothing you can do about that. If I could predict blowouts, I mean, I'd be making a hell of a good living doing a lot of different things, okay? If I could predict the future like that, but I can't. So we're really just basing these props off research and positive history for certain players and teams. And then we just have to let the chips fall where they may. And sometimes the chips fall right on your damn head, like yesterday. So we move on to today. And I got 3 player props that I want to share with you. So without further delay, let's transition back to the Prizepicks board so we can start breaking these down. All right, back on the Prizepicks board. Random thought. I'm not sure where this came from, but I was just thinking about one of my favorite movies, All About the Benjamins, and the scene with Mike Epps in the grocery store playing the lotto numbers. Do 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 do. Man, I love that movie so much. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but I can just recite pretty much all of his lines from that movie. He's so funny, man. All right, let's get into some serious business here and talk about some player props. All right, let's start with the Celtics and 76ers, and I want to talk about a James Harden prop that I really like. And despite his terrible shooting night, he still managed to hit this prop in the last game. And I'm going to go to him in this game and take the over on a first half PRA for Mr. James Harden, the bearded fellow. 17.5 to me feels like a line that he can hit, pretty much any game he plays in. And after last game's terrible first half performance in terms of his shooting, just gives me greater confidence to roll with the over here. Let's head on over to props.cash and I'll start breaking this one down for you. All right, pulling up James Harden's game logs from the playoffs. Looking at his PRA here, we can see he's gone over this in 3 straight games. I like that. Now just keep in mind that first game of the series was without Joel Embiid, and that's when we saw H-Town Harden make an appearance. That is just not going to happen every game. And so I don't really believe we can look at this as a start of a decline. I think what we saw in the last game is pretty typical of Harden in terms of overall PRA. So looking for 18 to 21 PRA from him in the first half. And I do believe we've seen Harden's first half PRA balloon up to 19.5, 20 on certain games. This time we get it at a very low number at 17.5. Now, his line last game was heavily impacted by the terrible shooting night that we saw. All right, first half was terrible. 1 for 7 from the field, just not a good night. Got into the lanes, passing it. Didn't he just looked very indecisive, causing turnovers. But despite all that, this bearded fellow still managed to create shot opportunities for his team. He dished out 5 assists. He grabbed you 5 rebounds. Let me show you that real quick. So 5 assists right there, 5 rebounds as well right there. And so 10 plus 8 is 18, and that's what he had last game. Now, how did he make up for his terrible shooting night? Well, he started getting to the line, and that's something he's actually done really well in these last 2 games versus Boston. And we can see that his free throw attempts are super high in the first half. 8 and 5, 12 free throws made. He was perfect from the line in game 3. Missed just 1 free throw attempt in game 2. So 13 free throw attempts. He's gone 12 for 13 in these 2 playoff games. That's incredibly high. So if he's not getting his shot from the field, I have confidence that he's going to get to the line. And that's really what I want to see here. So, what I'm looking for here in this game with this prop is Harden to take 8 to 10 shots in the first half. He was down a little bit. We saw 14, 10, and 7. I think he should be in that 10 to 11 shot range in the first half. I think he can grab us 8 to 10 points. And if his peripherals are working, rebounds and assists, then he should clear this line. He should clear this line with a minimum of 18, if not, 19, 20. So very confident in James Harden today in the first half. Like the over 17.5 PRA for our prop number 1. All right, for prop number 2, we're sticking in this Boston Philly game. We're gonna go to an assist prop for Mr. Jason Tatum, Mr. Back Tat himself. Man, that back tat is huge, man. Huge back tat for Jason Tatum. I like the over 4.5 assists here. Let's head on over to props.cash and I'll start telling you why I like this prop. All right, I cannot get that tune out of my head now. Jason Tatum, 4.5 assists, got it at 5 on props.cash, so possibly getting bumped at some point today. Hopefully we can get this in our slips prior to that. But let's take a look at Jason Tatum's results over the playoffs. So both playoff and series percentages are the same. 67% hit rate in the playoffs, 67% rate, or 67% rate versus Philly these last 3 games. 2 out of 3 is 67%. So going over this 4.5 assist line is highly probable today for him. Now, continue to acknowledge the fact that Boston is running 4 shooters out there at all times. At times where they have Robert Williams on the floor, that's the only time you're not going to see, 5 shooters on the floor. But man, from Tatum to Brown to Horford to Brogdon to White, Grant Williams, Hauser, or Sam Hauser, freaking Peyton Pritchard, whoever they roll out there, they can hit threes, they can knock down shots. So Tatum is surrounded at all times by 3 to 4 shooters. And so it just increases his, probability, of an assist. The likelihood of him passing the ball and it resulting in an assist is very high. Now, over these last 3 games versus Philly, Tatum's averaged 7.3 potential assists. He has an 8.8 assist to pass percentage, and he's averaging 11 points created by assists per game. So a lot of his passes are resulting in assists. And that's great. We love that, points created stat because we don't want empty passes. We want those potential assists turning into assists. And he seems to be doing a very good job of it, especially in the playoffs versus Philadelphia. This is just a low line for Jason Tatum. If it got bumped up to 5, I like it, but I don't love it. I just like this high ceiling right here because there are times where we see him just give you 5 and that would give you the over. In the event this gets moved up to 5, he would then need 6 to get the over. Remember, so we like green over gray. Obviously, gray is better than an L, but man, we want the green lines on our slips. We don't want those gray lines. So avoid the gray. Take this on the over before it gets bumped up. That's going to be our play number 2. Jason Tatum over 4.5 assists. All right, and for our third prop on the day, I want to head on over to the Phoenix and Nuggets game, and I want to talk about a 3 points made prop. And I think you already know who I'm going to talk about here. I want to talk about DeAnthony Melton. No, I'm joking. I want to talk about Devin Booker. 2.5 3-pointers made. I think this is a prop he can get us in the first quarter. But let's head on over to props.cash and I'll tell you what I like about this prop. On props.cash, this is what I like about this prop. So let's start with the playoff game log for Devin Booker. So during playoffs, we've seen Devin Booker clear this line in 6 out of 8 playoff games. Now, he didn't even make one in that first game versus Denver. Is that correct? He didn't make a 3-pointer in really? He only took 1 3-pointer. Wow. Okay. That one just did not land on me until right now. That's crazy. All right. So 2 out of the 8 games he's gone on the under. 6 out of 8 he's basically, you know, if he's taking shots, he's going to make them. That's what I feel like. If he's taking 3-pointers, he's going to make them. These are his attempts in that time frame. These are his makes in that time frame. High percentage, you know, effective, efficient shooter here. Now versus Denver specifically, let's break this down a little deeper. In these 3 games versus Denver in the playoffs, in these 3 games versus Denver in the playoffs, we can see what his numbers have been like. In these last 2 games, specifically in these last 2 games, man, we've seen Devin Booker turn it on with 4 3-pointers made and then 5 3-pointers made in the last game versus Denver. I mean, in that game, he made those shots, but look, his volume is high and his efficiency is high. So he doesn't need 15 3-point attempts to make 3. And that's why I feel like we could probably see this get hit in the first quarter. I know that's a little like, you know, getting a little cocky with that one, but I mean, he did it in game 1, right? I mean, he had a huge first half, so maybe first quarter is a little like you're pushing it a little too much, but come on, 3-pointers in the first half. That's something he can do, and that's something that we've seen him do before. So I just think 2.5 is a great number to attack here. Minus 130 to go over. People are already on top of this one going over. I really like this one for Devin Booker to either put it in a 5-pick or 6-pick flex, or even, you know, put it in a 2-pick power. You know, throw it in there with a 2-pick power with a Harden PRA line or Tatum's assist. I just think this is a really strong prop for Devin Booker. I think he's going to get this done for us, you know, early in the game. So, you know, we already know that games without CP3, Devin Booker's production goes up, his usage rate goes up. We can even pull up game log without CP3. There's only been 1 playoff game without CP3, and this is what he's done. So if we want to go a little bit deeper than that without CP3 on the floor, we can see that in 10 games played without CP3, Book's gone over this line 40% of the time. So but you know, looking at these numbers is one thing, but you can't compare a game in November or December to a playoff atmosphere. So we can look at this information, we can acknowledge it, but you know, not really use it as a deciding factor, but just to show you that when CP is off the floor and when Devin Booker is taking his volume shots, like he's going to hit them. So, you know, we can look at that. And then I guess last thing is we already know this offense runs through Booker and then KD, and without CP3 on the floor, it's just those 2 guys. They're taking all the shots, they're scoring, and they're going to try to win this game for the Phoenix Suns. Seriously. So why not leverage that fact and take an over on a prop that we've seen get hit in back-to-back games? Give me the over. 2.5 3-pointers made for Devin Booker to round out our trio of picks today. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's player prop video. Please drop a comment below. Let me know who you like on the board today, as well as what you think about these 3 picks we talked about. Harden over first half PRA, Tatum over assist, and Booker over 3-pointers made. As always, thank you all so much for the continued support, the likes, the subs, and all the comments, as again, we continue to march towards 5,000 subs. Definitely not possible without you all watching these videos, creating greater exposure for these videos, creating greater reach for these videos. It truly does mean a ton to me, so thank you very much. Best of luck to you all today, and if you tail any of these plays, drop a comment below letting me know as well. And until tomorrow's NBA player prop prize picks video, Chavez is